Hi folks, it's Lindsay here, and you're watching Annual Leaving the Country. I'm not a full-time vlogger. I use my 31 days annual leave and my below average salary to see as much of this world as I can. I am not a budget backpacker, but I'm also not travelling in luxury. If this sounds like you, then I hope that you get a lot from my channel, starting with this video. In April this year, I used just one day of annual leave and the Easter bank holiday to spend 5 incredible days exploring Cologne, Germany. It is honestly such a cool city, and it might have become one of my favourites in the whole country. In this video, I will give you a bit of background info, the best things that I saw and did, including a couple of day trips, and of course I will show you some of the seriously banging food that I munched. So let's get tore right in, and if you like this video, or even if you don't, give it a thumbs up, and please give the channel a follow. Köln, if you're speaking German, is one of the oldest cities in the country. The Romans set it up way back in the day. They called it Colonia, and it has been growing ever since. It is right on the Rhine, full of history, proper stunning architecture, and loads of beer. These days it's a proper mix. Ancient ruins one minute, mad modern buildings the next. The folk are laid back, the beer is cold, and there is always something happening. Whether it's football, festivals, street music, you name it. It got bombed to bits in the war, but what I love is that they rebuilt it in their way. A bit rough around the edges, but full of character. It's not trying to be fancy, just like the locals. Everyone I met was so sound and friendly. They've even got their own dialect that other Germans struggle to understand. And if you haven't worked out why I loved it so much by now, the comparisons to my home city of Glasgow are striking. And the food, oh my days. Some of the most consistently outstanding food that I've had. There's the traditional Rhine German hearty meat and potatoes type grub. Bakeries that are so full it takes way too long to decide what to get. And due to Cologne's large immigrant community, some of the most incredible food from around the world. I'll go into much more detail about the food in a bit, so stay tuned for that. First though, let me show you more about what makes Cologne so good. Hardly off the beaten track, but anyone who knows me knows that I love an old town. Cologne's Altstadt is the lovely touristy hub of the city. Colourful medieval style buildings which are home to market squares, museums, wee independent shops and a lot of pubs. It's where the heart of Cologne used to beat back in the day, and folk still gather here for a Kosh, a blether or a wander by the river. You could easily spend an afternoon just following the smell of bratwurst and the lure of those fresh little Kölsch glasses. They've made great use of the banks of the River Rhine, and there's plenty of place to sit in the sun down by the water. Aye, it's touristy, but it doesn't feel fake. The Altstad's got soul. It's loud, it's lived in, and it is always up for a laugh. Again, not exactly a shocking revelation, as this is one of the most recognisable spots in Cologne. But I do love a big bridge. Proper German heavy metal engineering that holds up to 1,200 trains and 16,000 tourists every single day. Now that would be hard for any bridge to hold up, let alone one that is being weighed down by about 1 million love locks. When did this become a thing in every single European city? See if you've ever done this with your partner. Can you tell me in the comments below why? Genuinely, no judgment, I'm just really interested to know. So once you've crossed the bridge and you look back, you get this incredible view. But look at all those people. I would imagine the locals have another way of crossing the river, because sack trying to commute your way through the crowds to get home for your dinner every night. The city's been around since Roman times, and the proof's still standing. These gates are part of the old Roman walls that used to surround the place. They've seen empires come and go, and they're still sitting here, solid as ever. There are remnants of them dotted around the city, and it just blows my mind to think that in the middle of a city which was so heavily bombed during the war, that these 2,000-year-old gates, they're still standing strong. If you're planning a trip to Cologne, I would bet the first thing you read about was how massive the cathedral is. Aye, we know. Now don't get me wrong, it is really big. It's the tallest twin-spired church in the world, I believe. Folk go mad for it. Whether you're into these types of things or not, you will see it. You will be amazed at how big it is, but maybe like me, you'll look at it for a bit and then be like, cool, what's next? Still, it's part of the skyline and you can't come to Cologne without seeing it. It's just there, looming, watching, always photobombing your shots. If you're sticking around Cologne for more than a day, get yourself out of the old town and into the proper neighbourhoods. That's where the good stuff lives. Start with the Belgian Quarter. Trendy wee area full of independent shops, bars and folk who look like they run creative agencies that you've never heard of. Great for people watching and getting a decent coffee that costs a bit too much. Head a bit south and you'll hit Altstadt Süd, technically still Old Town, but less touristy. You'll find proper brauhouses, quiet side streets and that nice mix of local life and history that's hard to fake. Keep walking and you're into Severenitsviertel. That's where things feel dead local, a bit more relaxed, loads and loads of character. And then there's Südstadt, no the flashiest bit, but it's honest. Loads of wee pubs, cosy cafes, and it's the kind of place where folk know each other. Feels like a proper community. Now if you're wanting the kind of Cologne that's a wee bit scruffier around the edges, but in a good way, head to the Eigelsteinviertel. It's got history, proper old taverns and a mix of cultures that gives it real energy. You'll find shisha bars next to kebab joints. Then around the corner there's a brauhaus that's been pouring Kosh since your gran was in nappies. It's lively, sometimes messy, always interesting. Folk actually live here. It's not for show. Just a short stroll away, things quiet down a bit in the Agnesviertel. This bit's got a calmer, more elegant feel to it. Wide streets, big old buildings and the stunning Agneskirk standing right in the middle like it owns the place. There's a few stylish cafes, some arty shops, and it's a great spot if you fancy a wander without the crowds. Feels a bit like Cologne on a Sunday morning, slower, softer, but still full of life. So aye, get off the main roads, follow your feet and let the city show you what it's really about. So, although I based myself in Cologne for the full 5 days, this was so that I could do 2 really easy day trips. The first one was to Bonn. It took just half an hour on the train and it was a lovely change of pace from the busyness of Cologne. It used to be the capital of West Germany and it's the birthplace of 2 greats, Beethoven and Haribo sweets. The old town is lovely, but everything was closed because I went on Easter Sunday, but that's okay. It was just nice to wander the streets and to sit in the squares. Sometimes that's all you need. Flight home wasn't until late at night, and because I was flying home from Dusseldorf, I thought I would head through early and spend the day seeing what this very different city has to offer. It's a bit flashier, to be honest. Fancy shops, slick architecture, folk dressed like they're off to a fashion show. It's got that business city feel. It's cleaner, a wee bit posher, but maybe a bit too polished for some. If Cologne's your laid-back mate who's always up for a pint, Dusseldorf's the one who's ironed their shirt just for a casual lunch. Sorry to keep making this comparison, but it could be the Edinburgh to Cologne's Glasgow. Now on to food, my favourite bit. Think of Merzenich like the Greggs of Cologne, but absolutely outstanding. There is literally too much to choose from. When I got off the train on day one, I was absolutely ravenous. Ran straight in and ordered about 5 things and just didn't stop coming back. I think I got something every single day. It's just too good. Honestly, one of the best kebabs I have had in my life, and I am no stranger to a kebab. The meat is exceptionally good quality. The salad is fresh. They actually ask you what sauce you want, which doesn't always happen, and the bread is fresh and well structured. Just look at that. Now this is a proper touristy place, but I don't even care. Potato pancakes from Cologne's most famous hole in the wall. I cannot put into words how much I loved them. Crispy and a little bit greasy on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside. Traditionally served with applesauce, but honestly, it was the hot honey dipping sauce for me. Unreal. Best eaten sitting on the wall down by the river just a few steps away. You will have to queue for this, largely due to people on YouTube recommending them in every single video. Now, speaking of heavy touristy places, but honestly, it's so busy and so well recommended for a reason. I got the Himmel und Ad, which is fried black pudding with potato, apple mash and onions, and the Rheinischer Sauerbraten, which is beef marinated in a thick gravy with raisins and almonds and served with potato dumplings. Both dishes were absolutely next level incredible. I actually went to their other place in Schlodwingtplatz, Fruenwiedel, for my birthday dinner the day before I left, and I got this incredible pork knuckle and Käsespatzel, which is like a really immense mac and cheese. The guy who served us in there was just an amazing person. I don't know his name, but if he ever finds this video, thank you. Now, let's talk about Kosh. Cologne's pride and joy. It's not just a beer, it's the way they serve it. First off, it's always in these daft wee 200ml glasses. Looks like a big shot glass, barely touches the side, but don't worry, they keep them coming. The waiter, or Kobes as they're called, just strolls by and bang, another one appears before you, even finish the last. No need to ask, no time to argue. Want them to stop? Just pop your beer mat on top of the glass like you're saying, that's me, cheers. It's crisp, easy to drink and goes down dangerously fast. And honestly, this to me is the perfect way to drink beer. It doesn't have time to get warm or flat. You just repeatedly get the best bit of a pint, which is the first 200 mils. An absolute game changer. So aye, Cologne. Did not expect to love it as much as I did, but here we are. The city's got this brilliant mix of old and new, big sights, wee hidden corners, and folk that will happily chat to you over a beer like you've known them for years. It's easy to get around, everything's walkable or a quick hop on an e-scooter, and there's always something happening round every corner. The day trips were bang on as well, Bonn, Dusseldorf, the lot, but it's Cologne that sticks with you. And the food, man, from flaky pastries at Merzenich to greasy street eats and proper pub grub with a cold Kosh, it's next level. So if you're thinking about it, just go. You'll eat well, drink better, and probably leave planning when you'll be back.